So when I get out of prison, my oldest brother named Chris said, yo, bro, they might give up the license and all. So I said, what license? Because in my mind, I'm coming home to do construction again. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sell no more weed because the weed game dry up now. You know what I'm saying? And then I said, you know, and I'm good at working construction businesses. I said, I'm going to do construction. But my brother told me about the license. So I said, He said, yeah, man, I've been following this guy on Instagram. And then they're having a meeting and do this, do that, do this, do that. So I said, you know what, Chris? I remember the fucking white boy in prison told me about this goddamn weed shit. They're gonna legalize it. My brother said, yeah man. They're giving out the license to guys like you. What do you see me, guys like me? Guys who was locked up for weed. So I said, he did say something like that. You know what I mean? So if he tells me this in prison 2 years ago, and you're telling me this now, it got to be some truth to it. He said, yeah man, follow this guy, do this, do that. So I did everything my brother told me to do. So I went to the Bronx Museum and I met Senator Chuck Schumer. So Mr. Schumer was there. You know what I'm saying? So when I met Mr. Schumer, I went up to him, I introduced myself to him and whatnot. And I said, Mr. Schumer, I just got out of prison for weed, blah, blah, blah. He was like, you're the guy we're looking for. I said, what do you mean? He said, you see those lawyers over there? I said, yeah. He said, go talk to them. I went over there and talked to the lawyers, and I told them my story. They was like, yo, you're the guy we're looking for. And they was trying to make me the poster child of the movement because they know that I dealt with a lot of money and I understand business. You know what I'm saying? And in order to get the license, you had to have had a business for at least 2 years that showed a profit, and you had to have the conviction. So you would think my federal conviction, I said, well, I got caught with 4,000 pounds and I keep fucking getting caught with weed all my life. You know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, but do you got a state conviction? I said, I do. He said, what? I said, I got caught with 10 pounds of weed and they caught me on my house, on my roof. That state conviction qualified me to get the fucking license. Not the 4,000 pounds, not all the other crazy shit, but them 10 pounds of weed allowed me to get the license.